I remember about 2 years ago, at the peak of the global pandemic, I gained a bit of weight. Fortnite with the boys, creative mode, or like some Call of Duty Warzone every night was a daily gig. It was a full-time job at that point. I think a lot of you can relate to this, but the story I'm trying to tell is fast forward to today. I think I managed to go through the biggest period of growth of my life. In 2 months, I managed to lose about 20 pounds of weight, and muscles that I previously did not know existed inside of me just started showing up. I could see lower abs, I could see my obliques, I could see definition, I could see an outright sexy ass V-line, and that shit got me proud. I ain't gonna lie. However, if we were to trace back to, this Andy that was playing video games every day and was weighed like, I don't know what, like 190 pounds. And right now I'm like 160 something. 190 at his peak, looking like Big Chungus. And this Andy, if we were to trace to one certain point where suddenly everything started changing, I would trace it back to me hopping on a self-improvement and discovering this book called Atomic Habits. I know Atomic Habits, I bring it up a lot. I do so for a good reason, because I think there's a lot of good advice and good teachings in that one book alone. However, one passage has really stuck with me. I'm paraphrasing at this point, but you get the point. James Clear says, "The most disciplined people are living a life of least resistance." In other words, the most disciplined people you see online, the most successful people you see online are actually living a life that is catered towards them and basically making their willpower non-existent and making them live in a very lazy way. In other words, the disciplined people you see online, you see around you, they're living a very lazy life. That changed my whole perspective on what's possible and what's not possible. Instead of thinking that everything revolves around David Goggins 24/7 willpower, exertion, and whatnot, it's about developing a system of habits that will allow you to automate your life. I like to visualize things, and I like to see my habits, as the part of my brain that like automates shit in a factory or in a plane or in a Tesla, let's say. If you can properly develop a system of habits, which I will show you how to do today, you can literally automate everything in your life and make it so that you don't have to have willpower, you don't have to make too much decisions that decreases your willpower. I won't get into that because that's too much of a tangent. And you can literally automate the rest of your life and make your life easy whilst simultaneously racking up success after success. Just to, implant this idea, this mindset shift into your brain, if I haven't convinced you yet of the power of habits, think of willpower as a muscle. You see, or your motivation as a muscle. Sure, you can move it as much as you want. You can flex it as much as you want. But at one point throughout the day, which most likely will be around like 3-4 p.m., your willpower will diminish greatly. Why is that? Because it's tired. You've been using it throughout the entire day, entire morning, if you're a productive person in the mornings. And your willpower will have been diminished, and you'll feel really sleepy. You'll have this midday slump, and you'll just be tired in general. Now, if you're a person that solely relies on willpower, yes, willpower is a very important factor in determining success or perseverance and whatnot. But if you solely rely on this without having a proper system of habits that allow you to automate shit, you're just gonna flop onto your bed and sleep for 4 hours and waste the rest of your day and even the next day because you messed up your sleep schedule. My proposed solution, have a proper system of habits in place. Seriously, there's a reason why this portion of the video is so long. I want you to know everything in life, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your teachers, everybody in your life that tells you that habits are very important are goddamn right. So, realize the power of habit and don't worry about it. I'll teach you how to cultivate proper habits.